I'm bringing all you guys great footage. Well, really, these guys are. I'm just along for the ride for a little while, and I can't take it anymore.
Talent.
Our hot pursuit of fast freight would push me right to the brink as things really started to heat up in Canada's incredible canyon country. But after leaving Charlie Conway and Bessie to rest, refuel, and relaunch from Hope, British Columbia, KJ and I set course for new terrain in the Thompson River Canyon. Although there's no obvious line between the Fraser and Thompson River regions, clearly the further north we rolled toward Cache Creek, our new rally point with Chaz, the higher the mercury rose. And no sooner than we arrived in North Bend, a dry, dusty tailwind carried this eastbound CN stack train into town and directly onto CP's Thompson subdivision. Even in the stifling heat, there'd be no pause for hard-working railroaders or dedicated rail fans eager to take in one of the most incredible views in the canyon. Of course, I'm referring to Cisco, BC, the world-renowned railfanning hotspot, where CP's Thompson sub and CN's Ashcroft sub switch banks of the murky Fraser River.
Gotta meet.
KJ had it right. A westbound CP stack train crossed over CN's Arch Bridge, just as our eastbound CN train blasted through the adjacent CP tunnel and truss bridges. Only here in British Columbia can you roll up to a famous place like Cisco and get a rolling meet within 5 minutes. It's kind of what we did. It's pretty spectacular here, but it's really hot. It's like 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and the wind is like 100 miles per hour. I don't know metric, so I'm still going with the US standard. But we're gonna move on to Skihist. Our first stop, however, would be Lytton, where the Fraser and Thompson converge, and the railroads swap sides again. With the midday sun directly over us, we didn't really need the thermometer posted on the visitor center or the distinctive smell of smoldering timber to make it any more evident that it was H-O-T hot. That's when KJ decided to head straight for one of the coolest spots in Lytton.
I guess we're actually gonna do the reaction ferry.
Even without getting into the Fraser's turbulent waters, a short ride on the hydro-powered reaction ferry would still give us a cool and refreshing spray in the face. As simple as it sounds, the tethered ferry is powered only by the current of the river, as it's redirected by rudders under the craft. Many of the residents on the West Bank use this free, federally funded transport on a daily basis. Today, we'd simply take a quick side trip over and back. Hey, we're on the reaction ferry here in Lytton, British Columbia. The strangest thing I've ever ridden, but it's really cool. We're almost already to the other side. Kind of like the beach. Our fun on the Fraser was over, and it was time to get back on track. Next, we'd trek to a spot along the emerald green waters of the Thompson River. But our destination wasn't just a mark on a map. It's more like the scenic centerpiece of British Columbia's interior region. Skihist Provincial Park in Thompson Canyon sits atop a plateau off Trans-Canada Highway 1. This wooded oasis and otherwise arid terrain contrasts with the raging rapids below and massive eroding cliffs on the opposite riverbank. Even if you overlook the unique appeal of this place, you definitely wouldn't want to miss the fact that both CP and CN railroads somehow managed to engineer and maintain routes through here. Welcome to Skihist. I challenge you to find a more stunning raw beauty with two main lines running through it. I don't think it can be done. The afternoon light, mixed with a dash of dust and smoke from nearby fires, filtered over the scene. But KJ and I gladly withstood the heat to enjoy what the railroads had lined up for us on both sides of the canyon. This train and our golden light would slip away, and then so would we, knowing that a return to Skihist would definitely be in order. Even though the light was low and Chaz awaited our arrival in Cache Creek, the chance to shoot one last westbound back at Lytton was enough to steer us in the wrong direction, but for all the right reasons. We'd arrive on the Highway 12 bridge to Lillooet just in time to catch a CN westbound making its way out of the shadows of Thompson Canyon. Without question, this would go down as my shot of the day. While the evening lingered on for these local beach dwellers, Charlie and Bessie would finally put an end to a long day of flying to Cache Creek. Chaz would hunker down before the storm struck the interior region of BC. But KJ and I wouldn't be so lucky. Even so, by the time we met up with Chaz, things were already looking bright for tomorrow morning's flight. No continental breakfast for me this morning, thank you. An energy drink, banana, and smooth air would be all I'd need for today's 2-hour aerial trek over the Thompson. Or so I thought. Morning! At Cache Creek Airport, light winds would carry the sound of distant trains working through nearby Ashcroft, all while Chaz finalized our flight plan.
Alright, ready to fly.
With preparations complete, it was time to, well, yes, highball. Come along for the ride.
Is everybody with me? Car here, Charlie. Right here. Excellent. Let's go to Skihist. Can we follow the tracks, or? Yeah, the tracks should be right down here. Okay. We'll just head straight down here to look Ashcroft and then back that way. Okay. We're going off-road. We are. No, there's a road here. Oh, okay. Good. Got a train. Oh, sweet. So shall I go over on the east side of it? You think to shoot it, or what do you think? Yeah, let's get on the good side. Beautiful Thompson River. For that. Wow. Yeah, this is Black Canyon. Black Canyon. Got it. Yep. Hey, Mike. What do you have to say now, Mike? The light's bad here. We have a pretty good shot, but... Well, it would have been better 3 hours ago, but you guys were, got the continental breakfast. I'm gonna go on the other side of this little bump here, and then you should be able to shoot down. I don't know how much it turns back, but we'll see. Oh yeah, gotta do this. There we go. Yeah, that works. Okay. Everybody comfortable with this? Oh, good. Oh, we got the shadow right on the train there. There's the lead. They jump a little bit fast as they cross over. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, right here. Yeah. Yeah, we got one approaching us too. Oh yeah. Alright, we should be able to set up. I got a tower here I gotta look out for. But don't see power lines. Yeah, you just keep it above that tower. Yeah. Be a little cautious here until we see what's going on with the terrain, but you should be able to get a shot here. How's this line? This is good. Yeah, we got one approaching us too. Oh yeah. Alright, we should be able to set up. I gotta look out for. Don't see power lines. Yeah, you just keep it above that tower. Yeah. Be a little cautious here until we see what's going on with the terrain, but you should be able to get a shot here. How's this line? This is good. guy over here. Tail end of the man. Good timing, Charlie.
Chaz and Bessie would keep us low and slow over the drink, which was just perfect for framing these portals, typically hidden below Highway 1.
Nailed it. All right. All right. Keep going? Yep. How you doing, Drew? I'm doing good. Beautiful. You got him? Oh, it's a potash train. Let's go see what's on the other end. All right. Well, that's a long train. Here your tunnels. Oh, here are the tunnels. Slow it. We're not quite right, but that's okay. Nah, bad. That's all right. That's okay. Going up on the CP. Yo, Charlie, you think you got enough room to whip it around here? I do. Do a head-on shot of this guy? Absolutely. Can't believe that Drew is asking me to whip things around. That's the first. Okay. All right. Darn harness. How's that? I don't know. It's kind of hard to shoot that way, but.
With the westbound potash train on our heels, things couldn't be planned any better as we rounded the bend at Skihist.
Yep, here it is. Right here. Pretty narrow in here. Here comes some of the sheds, I guess. Yep. Oh, look at that. That's unbelievable. That's incredible. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good. Look at how the rocks change color here.
Chaz did his best to help me refocus, but I was already unhinged.
Easy there, Bessie. You were getting down into the Fraser here, and then probably airflow up through the Fraser is what's causing this turbulence. Yeah. Well. All right. We're gonna get more of this as we get down there, so. Okay. You know what I'm thinking? It might be a good thing to head back that way. Well, it's not a safety thing, but I'm just thinking that you may find that you're not going to enjoy it. I know you want the shot, KJ, but go ahead. I don't want to blow chow. Good call. Don't worry about it. Let's turn back. Swing out around here and make a left turn. Sorry, KJ.
Lucky for me, no one wanted to see me gut it out this time.
Yeah, it looks like a coal train way out there. Like there is another train coming though. Yeah, he's gonna hit the bridge right now. Oh, perfect. I'll widen out for you.
rough flight, a lot of turbulence, a lot of up and down, side to side. I did not vomit, but all of my energy is gone. I'm here laying on the tarmac under Bessie. Oh, I can hear grasshoppers and bumblebees. I'm slowly regaining energy.
Needless to say, our return flight required every ounce of energy drink I had in me. Clearly, I was going to need more than a few minutes to rebuild steam. But KJ and Chaz wouldn't let our day go up in smoke, especially when a nearby mountainside threatened to do precisely that. Like moths to a flame, we were drawn up the mountain to investigate the quick-moving fire above Ashcroft. But fortunately for nearby residents, the battle was already in full swing by the time we arrived. You can see the spotter planes, and there's planes dumping retardant on this fire here that is just southeast of Ashcroft, where we're staying for the night. This is one of the risks coming up here during dry season. A lot of fires this time of year, especially this year. But these guys have it in control, along with the helicopters with buckets that we saw earlier this week. It's a non-stop battle. Drop it. After seeing that the blaze was under control, we'd return to the canyon below for a fast-paced ground assault of our own. In this target-rich environment, we'd have plenty of trains to chase and pace all afternoon. It's go time! We made it back to Skihist, and unlike the morning flight, there'd be no shame in turning tail and chasing the next coal train back into the belly of the canyon. But the chase would be short-lived when we were served up a fresh-faced GE trio heading straight for the Golden Light. the sights at Morris were dramatic from every angle, I can only imagine the view from the rapids would be the absolute best. Indeed, we'd have our turn on the water soon enough, but here and now, there'd be nothing more impressive than the last few rays of daylight settling down on the last 2 trains of our incomparable Thompson River trek. As always, we're so glad you could join us in the canyons for this epic Drew's Trackside adventure. Next time, I wisely leave the high-flying act to Chaz and KJ. Their flights along the Thompson River buzz rail-served industries, fast-moving freight, and some amazing terrain plucked straight from a Pele Soberg layout. We saved our splashiest outing for last. On Kamloops Lake, we'd be in for wet and wild railfanning along 2 action-packed main lines. But our final days in Canada didn't pass without issue. Don't miss this monumental episode of Drew's Trackside Adventures.
You're so picky, Kent. Easy on the caramel sauce?
That was only the only custom word.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
All right, then we can give you Canadian. What was it, 23 something?
Yeah.
Look at this. Clear money.
Look at that.